Hey everybody, welcome back to Battle Ready Inc. So this week's feature match is Classic Collection Diaboromon versus the Classic Collection Imperialdramon. These are probably two of the more high-end, high-rated decks coming out of Classic Collection that most people are going to be excited about. So I wanted to have them in a feature match together, and this is kind of what we had come of it. It is kind of a little one-sided after a certain point, and you'll see what I mean when it gets there. Just when one of these decks can pop off, they really pop off. Also at the end, I'll just have my my insight of the two decks a little bit, and then later this week we'll have the deck profiles for you onto the channel. Also, our egg for this month is going to be the Golden Armor Digi Egg here. I believe this is the Egg of Hope. I will definitely double check that to make sure for the next one. This is our prototype that we have so far. Still a work in progress. Kind of hard to see. It's a bit bright. But we will be molding this and then doing a resin cast of it. So we'll see how that turns out. And definitely stay tuned to see how these develop. Also, if you'd like to get any of our previous memory markers that we've had on the channel, check the coffee link in the description below. There you can order all of our previous memory markers that we've had. The only benefit of going through Patreon is that you can get the current memory marker a whole month early before it goes live on Coffee. Also, you can get them sometimes cheaper. I know the Golden Armor one is expected to release at least $20, not including shipping. So if you go through Patreon, you can get it for $20 with shipping included already. So definitely check that out. All right, kicking things off, we got Diaboromon going first. They're bringing out the new baby there. Well, not new, but the Sunum, or sorry, that is the Sumimon that was. And then Digivolves into the new Caramon there. Next, we see the on-play Caramon that's going to reveal the top cards of the deck. Gets to add an unknown, I believe it is, and an errata to hand. So getting two things off of one hit is always really beneficial here. So we see the errata get hit, as well as the new Diaboromon here. That's going to trigger blockers as cards fall into the abyss there. Kicking it back over to Imperialdramon here. Tabletop Simulator being real funky. We're going to see the Devimon get brought out there, and then the new Vmon. This one is a little bit of a memory help, still struggling over there on the other side of the board to stack cards up back to the bottom of the deck. So then the Vmon going into the new X-Vmon, which this is the X-Vmon that gives jamming as an inheritable. So pretty prevalent because the new Imperialdramon does not have jamming innately. And then boom, we see the Imperialdramon or Imperialdramon come out already raring to go. So all they need is an Imperialdramon, and they're going to be off to the races. Here we're going to see the new Caramon get brought up. And looks like they're going to immediately Digivolve into the Curasarimon. This is the one, if you don't have an errata in play already, you can add one to, or you can play one for free. So really nice card. Then that Caramon's going to go ahead and swing in here. Going to die into that security check. Very important to get it into trash to make that that errata live. All right, and then we see the Infirmon get dropped here. I believe that's the one that reduces the Evo cost, or it's the one that Warp Digivolves. Actually, I think it's the one that Warp Digivolves. Skips the level 4 status. Alright, Imperialdramon swinging in here, triggering that Devimon to go ahead and draw one. Hits into an Armageddonmon. Thank you for jamming. Now we're going to see that Imperialdramon, the classic one, get dropped in here. Unsuspends itself because it has jamming. Going to swing in here. We got no blockers in the way. Unsuspend itself thanks to that Imperialdramon inheritable. Gain that one memory off of the Vmon inheritable. Really nice Vmon for sure. Going to go ahead and swing again. Nice 12,000 DP already is pretty solid. Going to take a decent bit to just get over that. And so to get around, trying to block any kind of memory shenanigans. Going to go ahead and drop that new memory blocker there, which almost against this deck, I think the stopping reduction would actually be the better choice overall. But if you could pick at least, the errata going to go ahead and bump up that Infirmon, or bump up that memory there. Here we're going to see another one of the babies get hatched here. This is the when you attack, you can draw one if it's I believe it's an unknown type. Now we see the Chumon, so a memory blocker going on the black side there. Definitely don't want to let that Vmon continuously get support. Now we're going to see Diaboromon get dropped. This is going to be the one that creates a token on Digivolve, and then that errata will get triggered here, and go ahead and suspend that errata, and you can bring out a second token. So that's really powerful in this situation. A lot of inheritables triggering now, so the Diaboromon is going to get a massive DP buff, which will allow it to swing over that poor Imperialdramon, definitely setting blue back tremendously at this point. Those Diaboromon tokens are going to swing into security here, as they have rush from that Curasarimon. I love that Curasarimon. Giving them rush is so cool. But they will both die off those hits there into security. And then we see another Caramon getting hard played here, so gets to dig even deeper for more value out of the deck. Then we're going to see the new Curasarimon get hit, as well as the new promo as well. Definitely a nice selection there. Goes for the classic collection Curasarimon. And that one is the when another Digimon with this name is destroyed, unsuspended. So you can like attack repeatedly with that inheritable. Here we're going to see another classic collection Vmon get dropped here. And we're going to see a Grizzlymon get dropped, as blocking memory is not going to be any useful. But a blocker definitely should help, as well as getting some draw power going. And then Evo's up into another XVmon as well. So trying to get another stack going. Going to be difficult without much memory, though. Errata, again, giving that bonus memory. Promotes up that Chumon. Definitely got to be careful here with the current situation. Diaboromon going to swing in here. Don't have the unsuspending inheritable here, or else swinging in with that Caramon would definitely be the play to go. But we see another errata get dropped. So next time we see another token generating Diaboromon coming down, next time we see a Diaboromon itself come down, we're gonna be in for definitely one heck of a ride. So again, no blockers on field, so that jamming XVmon gonna go ahead and swing in here with no punish. And then we're gonna see that Grizzlymon, a second Grizzlymon come down. Definitely gonna be needed in this situation. 2 erratas, so they're gaining 2 memory now. Going to really start getting ahead very quickly if blue is not careful. Diaboromon yet again going to swing in. There's nothing it has to fear in this current situation. Does decide to swing at the XVmon, so they do decide to block it. I think that's probably the correct move. Block the hit from the XVmon, because you really need to get it into something impressive, I think, if you have any hope. Depends on how much memory they get, though, because without enough memory to evo into anything, then swing over that Diaboromon is not going to go well. But we see another Infirmon get brought here, and now we do see that the reduction come into play here on that Diaboromon, bringing it down. So we're going to see 2 tokens get created off the errata, and that is the new Classic Collection Diaboromon that has blocker. So any hopes of possibly swinging into that suspended Diaboromon has now pretty much gone out the window, with 2, actually 3 blockers, because he gives himself blocker as well. So that's really, really powerful. Here we see the Ice Wall come down, though. New card out of Classic Collection. Very, very powerful. 1 cost, and then for the next turn, all of your opponent's Digimon get -2 memory when they attack. That includes future ones that are played. There is a FAQ out there for those that are curious. So even if they play something new that has rush, it still suffers from that same effect of loses the 2. Hits into a Davis here, a little late though. Honestly, if that Davis had been like the first card to get hit, they definitely could have been in a better situation. We see the new Imperialdramon get picked up, but I don't think it's going to matter here. We're going to see the Diaboromon swing in, swing over that Grizzlymon blocker, and oh, they do lose the 2 memory, of course, for swinging, and then they swing for game here with that Chumon. Just absolutely brutal. Like, once those tokens start generating as fast as they were, not only were they clearing an insane amount of security, but they were also just being in the way. We have the new Curasarimon that turns all the blockers into decoy targets, so you can't even like use removal options on the Diaboromon, the megas. You can't use those. If you try to swing over them, the blocker will just, take the hit for you. So swinging into the Mega Diaboromon is extremely difficult now. We're not necessarily swinging them, trying to clear them through option cards, whatever it is very, very difficult to remove them off the field. So Diaboromon definitely going to be in a good position. I will say though that a big part of this loss came from just that initial leaving the Imperialdramon suspended on field, knowing what was in the hand. There was an Omnimon with Blitz. If they had gone into the Omnimon with Blitz and gone for it, would have just been one more check, but that 14,000 would have been pretty much impossible for that Diaboromon to have cleared, and then that Omnimon would have just stuck around for so much longer and been able to actually clear Diaboromon off the field. So very unfortunate that it kind of came down to that situation. If we see Diaboromon start taking off in the meta, though, we might actually see a resurgence of the OG 1.0 Omnimon that clears everything with that same name. That would have definitely been a brutal card to have gotten out. But again, that's you can't always predict it, and I don't ever build these decks to go against each other. I build them generically for fighting anything in the meta, so I wasn't going to put that card in this knowing that I was fighting Diaboromon, because that would be a little too cheap, I think, and very just kind of impractical. But you never know. In future games, in future metas, it could come up. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you would, please like the video and subscribe. Just a little bit of help goes a super long ways. It helps the channel out tremendously, gets my videos out there, gets them seen. And if you really, really want to support the channel, check out the links in the description below. I'll have a link for my Patreon, which is displayed right here. You can get access to my Discord server that I have, as well as you can get the memory markers that we've had. These are just a few of my favorites from the past that we've had. The current one, Impmon's baby, as well as Gabumon's baby as well, Sunomon and Yamon. These guys are super adorable. I definitely love them so much. And every month a new one changes out, so make sure you check that out. As well as we have our new playmats. This is why I recreated this video. It's because our playmats are here finally, and they are super cool. I alternate between the black and white every single month for whoever wants to support this tier, as well as I have a tier just higher than that, so that way you don't also have to lose out on a memory marker. You can get both the memory marker and the playmat just in case you want both. Super awesome support from everyone that has supported in the past and who will support in the future. You guys are awesome. Also, if you want to check out my merch, my Teespring link is in the description below for that. We've got the shirts that I wear on the channel that has the logo across. I love when I see people representing my merch in public. It is like one of the coolest feelings I've ever had in my entire life. Very, very awesome. As well as phone cases for you people that love Digimon like so much like I do. A friend of mine custom made all these to fit these specific phone cases themselves, so the prices are a little bit higher just because I have to pay her back, as well as make a little tiny bit of profit because of how much unfortunately they take for their cut for Teespring. But like I said, if you can't do any of that, please just like the video and subscribe to the channel. Every time we hit a new mile marker for subscriptions, I give out free merch of all different types. 2000K, I think we're doing one of the playmat giveaways, so definitely be subscribed and ready for when that comes.